Ugh. Baby, 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 oh, Lord. We gon' make it. Oh my God. I wish some of y'all were able to be around in New York or just in the midst of rap when Jadakiss and Styles P dropped We Gon' Make It. The world changed. I don't know how many bombs Flex dropped on We Gon' Make It. I would like to know. You couldn't escape it. And even to this day, it's one of the greatest beats of all time, man. So, who did that beat? Who did the We Gon' Make It beat? I wish y'all was around for that, man. It was a beautiful time. A beautiful time. Your mom. All right, Busy. Don't make me beat your ass talking about my mama, Busy. You better chill out, Busy. You better mind yourself, okay? You ain't all the way. I ain't even gonna get into that. I'm gonna ride my wave. You still got flaws, Busy. Chill out. What's up, Busy? Alchemist. Woo, God. I couldn't think of his name. I was like, it wasn't Havoc, but it was from that side. Alchemist. Bruh. One of the greatest beats of all time. When that dropped and that man said, fuck the frail shit, cause when my coke come in, they gotta use the scales that they weigh the whales with. It was over. I don't even remember what came out. It was other stuff that came around that time, but man, fucking We Gon' Make It, bro. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. Well Wit did a freestyle last night before I went to sleep. And let me clarify something. I just woke up. I'm gonna clarify a couple things, just so we're clear. I'm assuming this is just gonna be cannon fodder of how I'm moving, and why I'm moving. But before we get into that, how I write. So you take a song like Well Wit, which is up right now. It's on my Instagram page right now. It's me basically rapping over the We Gon' Make It beat. Now, I work in many different ways. As a student of Jay-Z, you have no choice but to sit and watch this man. A beat come on, he sits at the mixing board, and then he just starts to mumble, like he just starts to. Then he just goes into the booth and just starts to fucking rap, right? And when you see that, you like, yeah, I won't do that. Writing is up here. It's up here. When you put it to pad, that I'm not finna give y'all, man, y'all gonna come to Sosa. I'm not finna keep giving up this free game about the craft. But I did not write well wit. I did not physically put a pen to a pad and write it. But it's not a freestyle. Steve Jobs. I didn't write Steve Jobs. I physically wrote down a couple things just to keep track of them. Like to keep track of this. And then I would have like just something crazy and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna use that. But I didn't write it. There's no place where that verse exists in its totality as one complete unit. Murals like that. I didn't write mural. I wrote about like, I got it around here somewhere. I think I wrote up to a certain point. Then after that, it was just at the mic. Just at the mic. Was here to get the pace, went to the studio and then finished the last maybe like 10% or 15%, maybe 20% of mural is written. But at a certain point, it's not. It's just completely. That's how it would work. When I would go to record plant, and I was working on records, I would lay a part. Whether it was written or not. Then I would leave and walk down the hallway, then come back and lay the other part. Now, where I want to be, and I'm not there yet, where I want to be is I want to be in a space where Jay is. Where Jay does it all in one shot. And I'll say he does it all of it in one shot. But I mean, he will sit there and like mumble for a little while and then go in the booth and spit it. He'd be like, yo, what happened? So that's how I work. I physically put things down in letters when I'm trying to accomplish something else. It has a different kind of, I use it for a different thing. Anyway, how I'm moving. Now, as in regards to this Royce stuff, yeah. I was there for mural. Off top wasn't written when recorded. Yeah. You got me fat. We got fat then, busy. Like we was eating donuts and pizza every day, and I was like, yo, why am I so goddamn fluffy? I'm a fat ass. Here's the thing with I literally just woke up. Here's the thing with this thing with Royce, okay? And where he's taking it. Ain't nobody trying to get physical with you. Ain't nobody trying to do no gas you up to do some street shit. Ain't nobody trying to have no Chicago versus Detroit war shit. Ain't nobody trying to do that. That was not the goal. That's still not the intention. And that's not the piece. No one wants to see a repeat, especially me. Nobody wants to see a repeat of Biggie and Pac, right? No one wants to see a repeat. Nigga, I come from Chicago, where these young dudes, man, rest in peace Von, rest in peace Duck, rest in peace JoJo, rest in peace these dudes, I do my best to separate them from that gang shit and that street shit. And when they chose to start to become rappers, you know, I respect rappers. That's where I come from. Those are my people. That's the culture. I say, okay, set all that aside. If you do this rap shit, I just want you to progress through this. Welcome to the craft. I know a lot of baggage and shit comes with your rap shit, but I know you're trying to use this as a vehicle to better yourself and better your conditions. And I hope one day your content reflects that as well. But everybody got to start where they start. When I first started and was on some street shit, I was on some street shit, you know. But I've watched, you know, dudes from my own city get caught up in rap beefs and just get cut down And if rap wasn't the sole impetus for it, you know, it was definitely a large part of the package of why a lot of these young MCs from my city are no longer alive. Nobody wants to see that shit, man. Right? At the same time, too, niggas is feeling a certain way and feeling real deeply. And you should feel like that. You should feel a little off kilter and a little fucked up and a little perturbed and a little disjointed, right? That's payment for what the fuck you said. I'm not riding with a nigga talking about I'ma shoot your son holding some sun chips. Lupe, why is that, out of everything this nigga said, why is that the line that you sit on? And there's other lines, and I'll maybe we could talk about that. I still ain't listened to the song beyond the minute or so that I was into it. Why would you be mad at that? Because Janila forever, nigga. This the difference between niggas just rapping and niggas spitting facts and kind of living in reality. Right? I wrote a song called Janila Forever. It's on my album Drogas Wave. This is not promo, just to let people know where it lands. I didn't do Janila Forever for Drogas Wave. Janila Forever, just like a couple other records on Drogas Wave, are really old. I did Janila Forever when I think I was still on Atlantic. And I did it in a passion heat. What's the song about? The song is about a fantasy about a little girl who grows up to become a doctor in Chicago. The song isn't true, right? It's hyperbole. It's a fantasy. I wish it was real, right? But the events of her life are horrifying. It fucked the whole city up. Even the gangsta ass niggas, even the killers, even from Derrick Rose, who paid for her funeral, all the way down to just, it rocked the whole city. The whole entire city was fucked up. Right? The real story of Janila's life, her short life, was she was in, it was a van or some type of car. Her father was holding her in the car. Some dude runs down on them, sprays the shit. Hits Janila like 6 times. Nigga, she's like months old. Tears her body up. But she don't die right there. They get her to the hospital. The doctors is fucked up. Sprayed this nigga down, trying to kill him. He don't die. Why was this nigga at him? Right? The story goes, and cause he took some dude's PlayStation. I'll shoot your son holding some sun chips. Nigga, I don't fuck with that, nigga. You ain't finna sit up there and tell Mickey that shit, nigga. It's because you don't do your fucking homework. So yeah, be in your feelings. Here's a record to make you just feel like shit. Because you haphazardly throw these shits around and these lines and these bars thinking it's not personal. You just rapping. It's lyrics. That shit ain't lyrics. That's the problem. Niggas like, oh, Lou, you getting personal. You bringing up shit that niggas ain't know. That some shit from the podcast. That Royce called you from the podcast. Do y'all remember that line where that nigga said, I like white people more than I like black people? And why I cut off his record at that point, why I did that. And why I was like, okay, I guess the gloves is off. Why I came into the Instagram live with the energy that I had. Fuck having a shirt on or off. I didn't take off my shirt to go on live. But why I had the energy? Like, why you niggas still talking about this? That white people versus black people shit, that ain't the first time I heard that from Royce, directed at me. He said that goofy shit on the podcast. You never heard it though, because we had to cut it out. Because me and this nigga went at each other's throats for like 30 fucking minutes. So he knows. Nigga, that ain't funny. That's not cool. I'm not finna let you sit up here and say that shit to me. You're not finna hit me with this slick Detroit slightly diss a nigga Eminem shit nigga. For whatever laws or laughs. You say it in private, you turn around and say it in public. You know niggas was finna end the podcast on that shit. Right? I'm not finna let a nigga, I'm gonna fuck who it is. You're not finna sit up here and tell me and try and dress me down and survey me about what the fuck I done did for black people in my career. Niggas, you fucking crazy. And that's how we was talking at each other. So he knows that shit is a trigger. He knows that shit was never supposed to reach the public view. That's why we cut it out. Now you want to get extra super personal, tuck it into some shit like it's just raps. But then don't expect a nigga to come and call you out about the shit. The only reason I'm talking about this shit right now is because this nigga keep fucking talking. It's the same thing that I said when I came into that live. Why the fuck are we still talking about this? Why are you still talking about this? I'm reflecting what you bringing. You keep talking this personal shit. Right? You hiding it underneath bars and because people don't know. Give people the whole story. My whole goal and all I kept saying was, hey man, just keep the storyline straight. Keep the timeline straight about who did what to who and where. And why. This whole taking it personal. Yes, nigga, take that shit personally. Get upset. I'm not finna let that shit slide, man. Never. With no nigga. Like I said, every beef, every miscommunication, and every misunderstanding in this rap from beginning to end. From Freddie Gibbs to Chief Keef to whomever. Whether it was a miscommunication, a misunderstanding, we've talked in person. The only nigga I have not seen yet is Kid Cudi. Right? Royce, you have my phone number. I unfollowed you on Instagram because we need some space. I'm not trying to hear the shit you saying. I'm not trying to be in the room for slick extra shit or your brother talking shit or this nigga talking some shit. I'm not finna immerse myself in that. God has over the past few days been trying to keep me like, nigga, look at this glacier. Like, all right, God, I got you. Like, look at the glacier, nigga. Stop looking at this. Don't stop. You gotta stop talking about this shit, man. Right? You gotta just, I'm not trying to lecture you. And this isn't advice. Somewhere along the road, like, remember we had that conversation where you was like, we going back and forth, heated. And I'm asking you, like, what conversation did I miss about the struggle, about life, about manhood, about whatever? Like, what makes you think in the past 40 years that I've been on this earth and the immense amount of shit that I've seen, that I haven't went through everything that you fucking talking about? From the streets to fucking school to fucking bitches to money to fucking Illuminati to the government to wherever you want to take it. I've been in every room and have been purview to conversations with the mob to fucking politicians. Like, what conversations did I miss to make you think that I'm trying to sidestep some shit, or I don't know what I'm talking about, or I'm your little brother, or I need some type of guidance in this fucking game? Right? Niggas always quick to say, who you talking to? Who the fuck you think you talking to? My rebuttal is, nigga, who the fuck do you think is talking? That's why we need to have a distance. It's not a malicious distance. It's just that certain shit, they reach its point and it's like, these two niggas are too active. Maybe it's too much alpha male energy or some shit. But these niggas need to be separated. With that said, man, stop talking about me. Right? If you ain't gonna keep the story straight, if you got a different agenda on some energy shit and you got a reputation to uphold and you know niggas ain't finna honor that shit, then what's the point? The crazy shit is, why does Lupe bring up EO Dub? Here he go with this EO Dub shit, right? Here he go with this EO Dub shit. Why don't he fuck with URL? Why don't he do the shit on you? Why he keep talking this EO Dub shit? Why he keep talking this EO Dub shit? Your main complaint now is that niggas dissed you. That niggas got personal. That it was just supposed to be a lyrical exhibition, which never was said. Never was said. For this whole month since niggas been talking, not one line about, or one word, or one, you find me alive from any niggas rants, from Mickey to RJ to me to whoever the fuck was involved in this whole situation, where anybody ever said that this was meant to be a lyrical exhibition. Nigga, we weren't even supposed to be battling. We weren't even supposed to be having verses against each other, let alone whatever the content was supposed to be. None of this shit was supposed to happen. Why does he say EO Dub? Why has Lupe been championing and saying that EO Dub should be the space for this from the beginning? Because at EO Dub, unlike URL, you're not allowed to diss. Let that sink in. It's in the rules. You're not allowed to diss because it's not a battle. It's an exhibition of skill. That's what I've been pushing this whole fucking time. You can ask the niggas who run EO Dub. Ask Osiris. Ask Sun Tzu. You cannot ask Ninja Words. You cannot diss. They don't allow it. So ain't no taking it personal. Ain't no personal shots. What you take personally is at the end of the battle, or excuse me, the end of the event, you didn't win. You could take that personally, but people don't take it personally. All them niggas is friends. If your complaint, follow the logic. If your complaint is that you wanted to be better than niggas and you wanted to battle, the first thing I said to you was, hey man, you should go to EO Dub, the best rapper in the world, the best rapper on paper in the world right now. And at any time, whether it be next year, 5 years ago, on paper, it's the dudes who win EO Dub. Right? They're the best rappers on paper, objectively. In our space, there's no way to prove that. There is. That's half of the reason niggas is scared to go, because they don't want the objective best, right? They don't want to actually put some shit on the line and actually be like, no, nigga, it's her. And you like, but it's me. It's my mixtape. Follow the logic. Hey, man, you want to be the best? The best rappers are at EO Dub. You can't diss. So there's nothing to get personal about. You don't even, for half the battle, half the event, I keep calling it a battle, but you said it's not a battle, Lupe, get your shit together. Like, you're right. For half the competition, it is a competition though. It's not a battle. It's not a URL. You can go up and diss niggas, talk about niggas' mamas and how you gonna kill niggas and kill kids and shoot motherfuckers and do all type of shit. I mean, if you want to incorporate that into your pieces, that, you know, freedom of speech is a motherfucker. You can say whatever you want, but that's not the piece. But again, follow the logic. Lupe, get your shit together. Follow the logic. If you're easily triggered, if you don't want to get dissed, if you don't want personals thrown around, if you don't want to be in a position that you're in right now, EO Dub is perfect. It's perfect. For half of the competition, you don't even know what you're going to say until you get there. You only prep for 2 things. It's 5 shits you got to do. 3 of those 5 shits, you don't even know what you're going to do until you get there. Right? You got to go off the energy of the crowd and the people on stage and what they're doing in that particular moment. It's perfect. It's the perfect setting. Look what happens when you don't go to a place like EO Dub and ain't no constraints and ain't no structure to it. Ain't no understanding that beefs get out of hand. So why don't we start something where niggas can't even diss each other so the shit don't get out of hand, but niggas can still flex lyrically and go crazy and make it even and fair for everyone, as opposed to just having niggas in different camps and niggas who can have side conversations and use their street influence to press niggas or try and sun niggas on some other shit. It's like, nigga, why don't we just eliminate this? The street niggas ain't gonna come because they think this shit is lame. Great. Y'all niggas, that's the point. Y'all niggas not even supposed to be fucking in here. Y'all skew the shit too much. Because when a nigga is upside your fucking head, not on lyrically, now y'all want to talk about punching niggas and having fights and shooting at niggas and shit like that. Come on, B. That's why this shit is there. That's why it exists. Right? You got niggas at URL punching each other in the fucking face on stage. I love my man Mav Hoffa, but he punched a lot of motherfuckers, man. Right? Punchline king for real, but goddamn, man. You don't remember that shit? You just mad because I'm styling on you. Because the 40 cal and blah, niggas is getting that. Ain't mad to do that. But that shit, like, nah, let's create a space, a safe space where shit like that don't happen. And niggas can still get their rocks off and just float on shit. But nah, Niggas want to have goofy ass, I'm gonna shoot you like it's safe. Nigga, that shit's not cool to say. It's not cool to say, man. It's not cool to say. I'm not honoring that shit. I'm not riding with no nigga talking about he finna shoot a nigga while he holding the sun and shit like that. Like, it may seem like you beating a dead horse, but that's the difference between me and you. And probably me and a bunch of other niggas. Right? Who can't understand. It's different kinds of street niggas, man. You got niggas with hearts of gold. You got street niggas. Man, I talk to niggas. We talk about Dragon Ball Z all day. I don't even know what the fuck I don't even know what they be talking about. Stone cold solid motherfuckers. We talking about Dragon Ball Z. And niggas is getting all into the intricacies of Dragon Ball Z narratives and shit. Right? Street niggas who are just mentally insane. Right? Street niggas who, and women who are just like extremely cool, low key, will kill everybody in the house and go to sleep on the bodies and shit. Like, yeah, you know, just have to kill a bunch of niggas. Like, it's different paths. It's a street nigga who will walk past. Man, I remember the shit was so poignant. It was so poignant, bro. Rest in peace, Kato, man. It was riding around with Kato, and every time we got to a church, and I would do this. I would do it at cemeteries. We banging music and shit, riding, vibing. Every time he would drive past a church, he would turn the music down. And then we would ride past the church silent. And then when we got past the church, he'd turn that shit back up. I was like, y'all do the same thing at cemeteries. When I drive past cemetery, I cut the music down. You know, paying respect, understanding that there's context and there's rules and shit. And even the most streetiest street nigga you've ever streeted in the streets with 2 streets and 7 streets and 18 streets and niggas who got whole cities on lock. Niggas is like, yeah, there's still a little part of me that understands the basics. It's a little part of me that understands the humility. It's a little bit of understanding of the power and the influence that I have and how to yield it correctly, how to wield it correctly, and how to yield to certain situations and give. I done been in situations with Chill where niggas have said the wildest shit. We out of town. Niggas just say we out of town. I'm looking like motherfucking Mr. T and shit. Just motherfucking flooded, right? We on the set. Niggas just say some just slick extra shit that needed not be said. Just for the kicks. Just for the laughs of the shit. Like, just said some wild shit. And I'm looking like, oh shit, it's about to go down, right? Chill looked at that shit. And I was like, okay. And left that shit alone. Right? And to this day, that happened like fucking 18 years ago. That happened so long ago. And I remember it to this very day. We was in New York. We was in Long Island City on the set. And this nigga walked up and said some wild shit. And I was just sitting there. He didn't know us from Adam. He didn't know who the fuck we was. And it was just like, oh. Chill just was like, okay. And just went back to doing whatever the fuck he was doing. And it was just kind of like, what lesson did I learn? I didn't learn that shit until 2 days ago. Until I sat back and really looked at who we were, where we were, why we were there, and then what was the benefit of engaging in that shit. Right? Chill do karate too. He do karate. Most of the niggas I know that come from these different spaces and shit, they not just like, it ain't like niggas will ball niggas up and put niggas in jujitsu locks and kick niggas in the throat and shit like that. Like, Chill could kick. Big ass Chill. This nigga will kick and just place his foot on top of your fucking head because the nigga's a martial artist. So, could we have just started to just kick niggas and shit? Like, yeah, we could have just started to jump kick niggas and turn that shit to a motherfucking Jackie Chan movie. Could it have been some other shit? Could it have been some like, nigga, what? You don't know the fuck you talking to. Could it have been that? My man Chill was just like, oh, okay. And then went back to doing some regular old shit. What would be the goal of engaging in that? Nothing. At the end of the day, nothing. You're going to expose your position. You're going to create a whole new set of enemies. We don't know this nigga at all. We know of him, but it's like, what's the goal in that? It's people trying to dominate. Let that man be the alpha male. Let that man talk his shit. Right? Let him flex in front of his friends. Right? Let him do all of the whatever he came into this building to do, let him do that. Right? Just let him rock. And it stayed with me because it was the only time that I looked at Chill like, nigga, what? I reflect on that because it's so poignant to today. It stirred up the shit that's happening right now. Leave that shit alone, man. Leave that shit alone, bruh. Everybody done took L's and everybody done lost folks. Man, I lost stacked bundles, man. That shit hurt. You know? On some street shit, man. You know, niggas feeling a certain way or doing a certain thing, and it's like pointless. Over words and shit like that, man. Shit is whack. So that's why I stand so firm on the shit that I stand on, man. I done seen lives just blown away for nothing, right? Niggas get murdered over words. Niggas get paralyzed over goofy shit. Niggas throw their whole life. Like, I've seen that shit. I've been there. It's real for me, man. It's not just bars. That's why I'm hesitant to just watch URL all day of niggas talking about killing each other over nothing. Literally over nothing. It's niggas in jail who at each other's throats who won't even talk to each other like that. So yeah, I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in jumping on the URL stage or jumping on that shit. I'll watch, I'll support Smack, I support ARP, RBE, I support the leagues, man. I love Math Hi-Fi, I love Charlie Clips, I love that shit, man. And I come from that shit. So I appreciate the, you know, the glorification of the gangster life and the street shit. Hey, I've seen the shit. So, but at the same time too, man, if I sit back and just watch that shit all day. So maybe a place like EO Dub is a good place to go. But then when a nigga turn around and shit on that shit on everybody that does it, calls all them niggas this, that, and the third, and how you gonna mop the floor with niggas. Then when a nigga come out and just fucking destroy you twice, it's still like, nah, fuck them niggas. So I don't see no end to this, man. I would just, and I hope people see and hope people reflect, right? And I hit Royce. Royce has my number. Royce has my phone. I don't mind having a conversation with Royce. But I'm not finna have a conversation with Royce in front of y'all. Not finna do that. You know what I'm saying? Not finna do that. And just so we keep the timeline straight, man, Royce blew first. He the one who came with a record. I wasn't finna do shit. The small room practice session, and I told him that wasn't for you. That was for Mook and Lux. I keep saying it. It's the last text message I sent to Royce. That wasn't for you. That energy wasn't for you. That was for Mook and for Lux. That happened before you, Guru, Mickey, and all y'all was on live. It happened before that. I'm more interested in, bro, why are you having phone conversations with Mook? And let's get to the bottom of that. What are we talking about on this phone? Mook is here, Lux is here, everybody's here. Why are we still talking about this? That was my whole point. Why are we? Are you upset, Lupe? Yes, I'm upset. Not at Royce, not at this situation, not at for specific rap shit. I'm upset because I'm like, why are we still talking about battling? Royce, me and you talked about this personally weeks ago. How we wanted to play it and move it. Cool. Why am I getting calls from Loaded Lux? I ain't spoke to this nigga in years. I love him though. That's my man. Don't get it twisted. Just because we ain't spoken years, that ain't mean they ain't my motherfucking man. That's the man. God damn it. But why is Lux calling me talking about some battle shit and you on the phone with Mook and Lux talking about some battle shit because they feel a certain way? Why are we still talking about this? Why when as soon as I come into the live, Mickey's talking about battling and we battling this and battling that? Why aren't we dead in these conversations? Right? Lupe, how come you just didn't say it like that when you came into the live? Because I was hot. Because the first thing I hear is Lupe say he was going to battle one place, but then he said he's not going to battle in another place. Okay, so let me clarify. I don't fuck with URL like that. Personally, I don't care. Professionally, if you niggas keep talking about this shit, I'll kill every nigga on this fucking phone. Lyrically. Murder all you niggas. Mickey can get it. Lux can get it. Mook can get it. You know what I'm saying? Guru can get a spare couple shots to the face. I give it to all you motherfuckers. Professionally, on some rap shit. And I hope that you turn around. I'm not finna duck no battle from no nigga, period. But it's rap. That's how I came up. I came up battling niggas. I got my deal battling niggas. Tell you a story about taking L's. Right? Tell you a story about taking L's. Shout out to Jimmy Henchman. I remember me, Stacks, all the niggas from Chicago. We all went down to Miami for Memorial Day weekend. I don't remember the date, but the only thing that I can remember that dates it is that's when Fabulous dropped I Can't Deny It. Because it was all up and down Collins. That's all you heard. That shit was the song of nigga weekend at Memorial Day. South Beach. And so everybody was down there. And I remember, I think it was at the National. So we down there, that's when Jimmy and them had dropped Bulletproof Love. So me and Stacks, we down there in the Bulletproof Love. It's the illest promo shirt of all time. The illest promo t-shirt of all time was the Bulletproof Love promotional t-shirts that they did for just for that record, for that album or whatever, right? And it was a t-shirt, like screen printed on both sides. And it had like album promo shit, Bulletproof Love, whatever. And then it had two straps on the shoulders and made it look like a bulletproof vest. And these are just my memories. It was beautiful early memories on this rap shit, man. And so anyway, it had the two straps. I had just, was it then? Maybe it was then. When did Bulletproof Love come out? Anyway, I remember it was Stack's first time going to Miami. And we had met in Miami. We had met at the airport. I came in from Chicago. Stax came in from, did I go to school to get my diploma? Fuck, man, I can't remember. Anyway, me and Stax, we down there. We got the Bulletproof Love t-shirts. It was the hottest t-shirt to have on fucking, so we had the t-shirt shit vibing. And I remember we walked into I think the National Hotel. And in the lobby was Jadakiss. No, it wasn't Jadakiss. It was Styles P and somebody else, but it was definitely Styles and Saya Castro. You know Saya Castro? And I remember talking to Mickey. Mickey was, this fast forward later, was telling Mickey, like, man, you know, I battled a nigga and I lost. They're like, who you lose to? I was like, I lost to Saya Castro in Miami way back in the day. He's like, what, nigga? How the fuck you lose to Saya Castro? I was like, yo, I fucking lost to Saya Castro. They in the lobby rapping, right? I don't think I knew it was Saya Castro at the time. I don't know what the fuck it was. But anyway, Styles is there. Niggas is like ciphers is just kind of you got a bunch of fucking rappers walking around. So for somehow, some way, don't remember the details, me and Saya got into kicking verses. Now, during that time, I was going around Chicago just kicking down doors with verses, right? They weren't necessarily battles. It would just be like, you know, you get your homies, I'm going to get my homie, you know, yo, call Lou, get Lou up here. They call me, they got a dude, and we just kick verses. And I'm just washing niggas, right? But at the same time, too, it's not like a battle. Like niggas like, yeah, nigga, that's why I put the strap in your face. It was like whatever we had, whatever clip loaded we had with verses, similar to kind of how people go up to the radio stations. We just had verses. And niggas would just throw their verses at each other. And so I was like, oh, I'm used to this. I could do this. And the Styles P right here, nigga, let's go. Like, let's fucking do this. And so Saya kicked the verse. And then I kicked the verse. And the verse I kicked, I thought the shit was going to be like, I thought niggas was going to be like, yo, you this little nigga right here with the, yo, this nigga jiu-jitsu, motherfucker. Because I'm like, this verse in Chicago, you know, against some random nigga would be the shit. But what I learned that day was like, these niggas is from New York. One, even if they fuck with it, they're not gonna let you know that they fuck with it. These New York niggas ain't finna let that shit ride. Let that shit ride. Secondly, they from New York, which means what they're used to, their tolerance for hearing shit is way beyond what we can even understand. It's the birthplace of fucking hip hop. So you can come and kick shit all day, unless you kicking some super otherworldly alien shit, that you just a regular ass rapper to them. And so it was like, oh, like, yeah, nigga, you just lost. Like, you came to the arcade, you seen a nigga playing Street Fighter, you was like, oh, Street Fighter, I'm finna put my quarters in. You put your quarters in, and that nigga whooped your motherfucking ass in front of Styles P. And I was like, I just took a L. I just got L'd out. I'm not as good as I'm not as good as I think I am. I need to really go back to the drawing board and reassess my position. I'm good at the crib, but when I leave town and I start going up against dudes who do this shit every day, I need to write more. I need to put the pen to the pad more. I need to understand how to work a crowd more. I need to understand how to get in front of legends and do certain shit in a certain way. Understanding that these dudes, I mean, it's Styles P. The nigga he's with fucking Jadakiss all day, nigga. Like these, and he's Styles P. This nigga can rap fucking crazy, but he's with Jada all day too, and fucking Cassidy and Rough Riders. Like niggas, these niggas is nice. Like what the fuck did you think was gonna happen? You think they're gonna be impressed by you when they got Cassidy running around just cooking niggas? Nah, B, you gotta step your shit up. That's the way I took it. And it was the greatest lesson I ever learned, man. It's the greatest loss I ever had. Because it made me who I am today. Right? It turned me into the MC that I am today, losing to Saya Castro. And when I say that today, niggas be like, man, how the fuck you lose to Saya Castro? I was like, man, the nigga, he fucking came in there, he did his thing. He was talking about the pumps and the shit. The nigga fucking, he was in there floating in that particular context, at that particular time, in that particular environment, with that particular set of words. That nigga, he floated. And I never experienced no shit like that. I've never experienced you kick a verse and niggas just sit there and be like, okay. I was expecting niggas like, ooh, I was expecting the nigga who I was rapping niggas like, yo, my man, like, yo, you fucking got me, B. Them niggas looked at me like I was nobody. And I was like, this hurts. Let me go take off this Bulletproof Love t-shirt. I don't even deserve this shirt. Because love ain't bulletproof. This shit hurt. These niggas just killed me. Say all that to say, man, like, let's stop talking about this, man. Please. It don't need to get to some. It don't need to get to some street business. It doesn't need to get to anything that's physical. Again, I'm not finna let you claim that niggas went personal. Nigga, you went crazy personal. Crazy personal, right? And maybe it's not personal to you, like the homie said in one of the reaction videos, which is what I said yesterday. It may not be personal to you, but I mean, you can't, like some of the shit you was saying, be like, that shit's not personal, right? It's like you opened the doors to that, right? Anyway, man. Let's just leave this shit alone, man. That's my piece. That's my like final word on the shit, man. It's like, if you can't handle this shit, man, leave that shit alone. If you didn't want to, niggas came in trying to set the conditions and the rules so we wouldn't even get to a place like this. You didn't want to do that shit. Right? Now you complaining about some shit that you didn't want to do. You can't tell niggas how to orchestrate their shit, man. Niggas not honoring you like that. Right? Niggas respect you, but niggas not honoring you like that. That you can set conditions in retrospect, then choose what you want to get mad at, and then now you want some physical shit or you feel a certain way shit. I'm not Mickey, right? I'm not trying to sit and hear you out with that shit, man. Like, we've already talked about this. There's certain shit that Jay can't do this shit. The gods of the game can't do that shit. They gonna look crazy. Right? If it ain't no condition set initially, niggas don't want to abide by structures that's been around for 20 years to go in and lay down a gauntlet and do it in a space that's fun, and niggas gonna learn some shit and vibe and be around their peers instead of trying to just entertain niggas like Guru and entertain regular rap fans and niggas you know who gonna be trolling, and then street niggas who only give a like any the nigga say anything about my nigga, I'm slapping him. Any nigga say anything about him, I got niggas like that too. Man, if the nigga look at Lou wrong, I'm floating the nigga head. I don't bring them niggas on the road. Nigga, it's not that serious. Like, chill out. I appreciate the sentiment, my G. But this ain't what, you're not finna be beating up fans and shit, nigga. Like, no. We not finna get in the shootouts because the motherfucker told you. You ain't like my last mixtape and shit, right? It's not that serious, man. And that's that. So, Royce got my number. He's always had my number. If you want to call and scream to me and call me all type of bitches on the phone, that's fine. But we need to stop talking in front of the public. Right? For you, it makes you look fucking crazy. Does anybody want to rap? Yo. Yeah, I think I met Haitian Jack once in LA. These niggas was driving like a green Aston Martin or some shit at the what was that hotel called? I was like, yo, there go Haitian Jack. I was like, yo, that's Haitian Jack. I thought this nigga was gonna come out looking like 8-headed Godzilla monster and shit like that. Or I think, maybe I missed a child. Either Mr. Child's or Crustacean. I can't remember. But I remember thinking like that's a smooth looking nigga right there. Like that's the Haitian Jack. They're like, nigga, that is Haitian Jack. It was like, God, like it's like, oh shit. I thought this nigga was supposed to come out looking like Freddy Krueger. That man looked like regular. You'd be surprised. That shit crazy. Anyway, street stories, bullshit, whatever. Yeah, shout to Saya Castro, man. Saya Castro beat me up in the lobby of the National Hotel in Miami, Florida. Fuck me up, but made me get on my shit, and I appreciate him to this day, man. Made me get on my shit. It was like, nigga, you've only reached a certain level, right? Now I'm finna fucking put you on Front Street in front of the ghost. I was like, God damn. Rappers know who Saya Castro is. He actually did a I think he battled Jay Mills. I think remember that battle when Jay Mills is in the streets and he started rapping the big in the sky? I think he was battling Saya Castro. Can somebody correct me if I'm wrong? I'm not battling Joe Buttons. I don't care about Joe Buttons. I'm not worried about Joe Buttons. Joe Buttons actually inspired Mural, which is the crazy shit. That's what when I was listening to niggas say that shit, I was like, Joe Budden has no idea. And I know Joe. I've met Joe. Me and Joe got a song together called The Rain Remix. Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Didn't you know that my love you is true to you? Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Didn't you know? Shout to Rain. Yeah, me and Joe so me and Joe are like, yeah, I've actually met Joe, right? Joe inspired Mural. As much as niggas was talking up and talking down about this shit, it's like, nigga, you're partly responsible for that. Not the content, but that you can make a song that's 10 minutes long. Because when Joe's album came out a long ass time ago, and he did 10 minutes, I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. This nigga did a 10-minute song. We can do that now. So he paved the way for like, it was one of those moments conceptually was like, yo, you can do anything you want. Who told you that you couldn't do a song for 10 minutes? I was like, one, my lawyer, because they be like, listen, nigga, after 3 minutes, we not paying you for anything. Like, the rest is free. So basically, you better take that 10-minute song and chop that bitch up into 4 more songs so we can get paid and keep our penny rate correct. Because doing 10-minute songs, you giving the label basically 7 minutes for free, nigga. Like, you might as well get paid for that shit. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. But conceptually, it was like, who told you that you couldn't do that? You know? And so for me, when you take a song like Mural, it's like, oh yeah, Joe Budden. He was the first nigga that I heard on record. So shout to Joe for being a a trailblazer on that front conceptually. And I mean that. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not even saying it to like backtrack no shit or whatever. It's like, that's honestly what the shit is. It's like you can do an 8-minute song, right? You don't know how you know you could do it because fucking Joe Budden did it. Nigga got a song called 10 minutes. The shit is 10 minutes long. It's like, all right. Look at these comments. Do you want... Are you playing Manchester next month? I do not think so, good sir. Yeah, I heard he talked about Chill on the joint, which I'm not going to talk about here. So, but he did. So, I'm not... That's why I don't look at the comments, because niggas be down here talking crazy. I'm not copping please. I'm not copping please. My narrative's not going to change. It still hasn't changed. Even now. Nothing was taken away from me. I didn't get unnice. I didn't lose my ability to rap in this couple days. Like, a nigga's rant's not going to take away my ability to rap. Secondly, I still think niggas should do EO Dub. Like, I still think that EO Dub solves all of these problems. I think if Big and Pac had an EO Dub to go to, them niggas would still be alive. That's how deeply I think about this shit. When you think about, well, what are the connotations and what happens when there's no structure or no rule set, right? Set up by people who are respected in the craft. Then it becomes, yeah, you should go and talk about that nigga wife, man. Go and diss that nigga wife. Fuck this nigga, man. You know, and then all the niggas like, yeah, nigga, get it. Talk about faith, nigga. You gotta get in there and get dirty. Like, you know what, Suge, you right, nigga. Fuck these niggas. Yeah. And then before you know it, everybody dead and in jail. You gotta learn from the mistakes of the past, man. These bloggers and these niggas who sitting around fomenting and posting and half posting shit and doing it for content and shit like that. That's what get niggas killed. So we got some of our heroes murdered because you got niggas who ain't rappers, who are journalists or commentators coming in, gassing niggas up, right? Misquoting, mispronouncing, misediting, misheadlining, and then running with a narrative. That's not true, right? That's not based in the facts. That doesn't take into consideration all of the parameters because they shouldn't, because they're meant to make headlines. So they shouldn't talk about the shit. So we shouldn't keep feeding these niggas this shit because they ain't going to do nothing but keep the shit going and it's going to end up to somebody getting fucked up. That's the story of hip hop. That's the secondary story of rap. Letting niggas who don't rap gas niggas up who do rap, who are surrounded by killers and street niggas to get in their feelings. Then these niggas beefing. All it take is one slip of a nigga throwing some shit in there. Now these niggas is shooting at each other. Everybody dead except the reporter. Everybody dead except the nigga who keep throwing up lives. Everybody dead except the nigga who keep uploading shit to YouTube. Everybody dead except academics. Right? Everybody in jail but Vlad. Right? So that's why I say EO Dub. Ain't no reporters there. It's rappers. So my narratives ain't gonna change on the shit, man. If a nigga call me out, I'm gonna do my best to cut his fucking head off. I don't care who it is when it comes to this rap shit. That's the lesson I learned from Cy Castro way back in the day when that nigga whooped my motherfucking ass at the National Hotel down in Miami, Florida on Memorial Day weekend. That nigga told me a new one. And from that point forward, Never again. Never again. I'm bodying any nigga who come friend, foe, whoever the fuck. Bishop G, anybody can get it. Mickey can get it right now. But I don't give a fuck. That's how it's supposed to be. And we go pick each other up and go to breakfast. That's it, man. Do I remember Castro bars? I can't remember what he said. He said so. The only thing I remember, because if you ever watch Side Castro, I think it's that J. Well, I wasn't looking down at the thing. What was that? Was that J Mills versus Side Castro? When J Mills was like, "Hey, big," what'd he say? He said, "Hey, big, am I something or what?" He said something like that. That shit was fire. Shout out to J Mills, man. Legend. Listen, man. It was with Diddy. Yeah, Diddy was there. So if you ever seen Side Castro, he his voice is really deep, and the way he rapped, the shit is like this. And he was just like, in that moment, a young sire. That motherfucker sounded like a lion. And that motherfucker, he said some shit with the pump. He's like, I did the thump with the pump or some shit. That shit was like, ooh, this nigga's cooking. What did I do? I stepped into this. I can't even leave, can I? Nope. I just gotta sit here and take this. All right, well, listen, but you got me, baby. But Ghost, I'm a huge fan. I'm gonna go on up here and write some raps. Appreciate the lesson, my G. He said, I was supposed to battle before and you caught please. Who was supposed to battle before? Oh, this is getting a lot. I'm way off in the comments. My bad. I was way down in the comments. I gotta go in like 5. I gotta do something. Yeah, his full John was his full John was Side Castro. Yeah. Alright, y'all just asking rap questions. Are you willing to patch things up with Royce? It seems like gross miscommunications and understanding. Royce, Royce has my phone number. I'm not doing no Instagram lives with some random nigga sitting on top looking down at niggas. Like, what the fuck is that, right? And again, certain things aren't meant for public consumption. But when somebody allows shit that wasn't never meant for public consumption to get into the public, then it's like, okay, this is what we're doing, fine. Right? So I need some distance from Royce. This ain't some shit that you just come back from like, yeah, we cool now. Like, I don't work like that. Everybody has the right to work how they work, right? You can't bully a nigga into becoming cool with you again. Like, that don't make no sense. Niggas don't fuck with you because you a bully. That's like you trying to bully niggas to be cool with you again and shit. It'd be different if I knew him like that. Like, and we go way back. I don't go way back like that with dude. So I don't have a real foundation with him like that, right? So it ain't like, hey man, remember the time we was down in whatever? We've never had those experiences. So all of our experiences have been this, and a lot of them have been these kind of clashes of, of like this shit. And it's like, nah, man, we need to figure out how we need to learn how we're going to talk to each other, learn how we're going to move around with each other, but we need to do that at a distance. But in the meantime, I ain't got no problem picking up the phone for Royce. I never had a problem picking up the phone for Royce. I have no problem engaging any nigga anywhere at any time, But I'm not finna do it on fucking Instagram Live. I'm not finna do that. Period. But apart from what I think about Hop Sin, fuck Hop Sin, nigga. No, I'm just joking. Hop Sin did diss the shit out of me for no reason. It was like, Hop Sin, come on, man. But he wanted them niggas who just diss his motherfuckers for no reason. It was just like, all right, whatever, nigga. I have the funniest, not Hop Sin story, but I do have one of the funniest stories that involves Hop Sin. What's that homie name? Can't think of his name. He one of the rappers who rap with his real name. I can't think of this nigga's name, but I think he did this one. Vlad wasn't trying to send niggas to prison, but I think he did like Vlad, and it came up. We was at South by Southwest or some shit, and at the TDE event. And so I met all the TDE niggas. Right before Kendrick became king of the fucking world, and it was one of the homies from Hopsin crew was there, and Hopsin's manager was there. The shit was hilarious. It was fucking hilarious. But anyway, I ain't got no problems with Hopsin, man. He did diss the shit out of me though, and I feel a ways about that, but who cares? On some skateboard shit though, but whatever. Apart from all this rap shit, how are you doing mentally? I am doing fine. Lupe is doing fine. I just had a wonderful event up in Alaska. I'm a little cautious because of COVID-19 and traveling, and we did do like 2 nicely sized shows, one in Colorado Springs and then one up in Anchorage. So still kind of feeling ways about that, but overall, man, I'm doing great, man. Like, great. My legs hurt a little bit from climbing a fucking mountain, but other than that, I feel great. I finna do. I got a couple things I need to do. That's why I'm finna get off with y'all right now. I got to stand on the glacier and listen to jazz. That shit was beautiful. It was the first time I was like, nigga, you need to smile right now. Like, this is one of those moments where you need to smile. It's like, this is amazing. From the west side all the way here and have my niggas with me. Some good food, some good energy, some good peoples. It was unbeknownst. It may not seem like it, even though this has been a tumultuous fucking week for battles and raps and shit like that. and a lot of negative energy and nonsense and shit going down. Outside of that, once I leave Instagram, that's why I unfollowed Royce. It wasn't as a slight. It was like, I can't take that right now. Like, I can't take that. Because I'm looking at this glacier in the face, or I'm looking at this fucking bear. I literally saw some bears the other day, right? So for me, man, I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing great. I feel great. The rap I did last night, I hope you check it out. It's called Well Wit. That shit is fire. I just sit back and was like, yeah, let me write a rap for myself. Let me just write a rap. Take it back to I was in high school when I wrote raps and just used to sit there and laugh at myself. This to enjoy your skill. That's what it's for, to service your needs. So I'm feeling good. I hope y'all are feeling good. I hope y'all are feeling great and fantastic. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And don't let anything, anywhere, from anyone put you in a bad mood or keep you from wanting to experience the joys of this life. That goes for everyone. That goes for Royce. That goes for my enemies. That goes for the niggas I don't fuck with. That goes for the niggas I fuck with. That goes for the niggas who are my allies. I hope everybody's out there doing wonderful and great. Make sure that you wear a mask, please. Get vaccinated, but also wear your mask. Delta variant is back. We here. We right back. Like it never left. So be careful. Y'all be good. Peace. Much love to ya.